ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
No power to the pig.
Wow. I have a question for every American, in particular conservatives. Is this not exactly what you guys preach? To be able to own guns, to battle a government if they choose to become a tyrannical government? Is this not what you guys preach about standing up for your rights, not allowing people to take your rights away from you? Is this not exactly what you guys preach? To be able to own guns, to battle a government if they choose to become a tyrannical government? Their rights being taken away right in front of their faces. We have a government that is now killing in broad daylight American citizens, unarmed, because you fled. When you allow rights to be taken away from another group just because you don't agree with them, those rights have been taken away from everybody now. I just find it weird that this guy is exactly what America's all about. And yet if we jump into the comments, let's see what people are saying. Civil war now. Nobody wants a civil war. I think the guys smashing windows and cutting seatbelts need to be reminded that enough is enough. At least you guys know I'm not talking out my ass. This is really something that's really occurring right now. People are really concerned that as more people take up arms, it can lead to a civil war. It's not like impossible. Let's see this one right here.
Philadelphia Crime Code 61. I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't hit my finger on the trigger because it's not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up on teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up teenagers.
Y'all, it wasn't me.
Huh? It was y'all. You're a police officer. You part of that. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. If you don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers, you shouldn't have touched their oath, sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurt your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the out of my face. Thank you, officer.
Have a good day.
You have a bad one. Sell out. Fuck out of here. What you smiling for? Sell out. Do you know where you came from? Slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher controls the origin of that bag, you bitch ass nigga. The fuck out of here. Go where you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the fucking street. Like your supervisor said, get out the fucking street. Get out the fucking street. Go with him. Go with him. Get out the fucking street. You blocking traffic. Get out the fucking street. Get the out the street. Thought you was gonna disarm something?
You know, situations like this, in all reality, you wonder why police who are trained have so much ego that they even allow stuff like this to bother them. If they wanted to pull up, ask everyone for their gun license or whatever to show that they are licensed to carry a firearm and carry it in public or open carry if Philadelphia is one of those states. If they're allowed to do all of that, why get upset and try to antagonize the situation? In all reality, like, I think that this is actually going to help in a lot of situations, but it can also turn out bad. You don't want to be a police officer knowing that your life is in danger, not only from the criminals, but the people trying to protect their communities from you committing crimes against them. With situations like that, it can possibly help certain dynamics, but as egos flare and people feel as though they're being challenged, it can lead to a major blowout and a major shootout that can take many lives on both sides. Like, let's be real. Everything he's saying is exactly what the Conservative Party used to believe in. And from what I know, they still believe in those things. The main reason conservatives fight so hard for their 2A rights is particular to resist a tyrannical government. Now, because of the fact that they feel as though this tyrannical government sides with them, that it's okay to now have a tyrannical government. They're okay with authoritarianism now. And the thing is, you give somebody complete power, what happens when they decide to start doing things that you don't necessarily agree with? The logic behind how much people will vote for and support the abuse of other people as long as it's not happening to them, or the logic behind how propaganda can make you genuinely hate some other group for whatever reason it may be. Like all these people right now who are protesting against Somalis for so-called fraud or whatnot, when wasn't that guy debunked? But yet it doesn't matter because once the story's out there, that's what it is. I genuinely feel like they're going to vilify this guy in this video. He's going to be the face of f around and find out anytime something happens to a liberal or to a minority who's opposing ICE or opposing the federal government from doing things that violate our rights. The Bill of Rights was made specifically to stop the federal government from taking away our rights and doing the things that they're currently doing. Mind blown. Mine is genuinely blown at how I don't think they really understand what's happening in this country right now. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm not trying to fearmonger at all. I genuinely think that if ICE are conducting their job appropriately, they're hiring the correct staff to do what they need to do, and they need to do their deportations, there really shouldn't be people out in the streets protesting this. But the thing is, in America, you can protest whatever the you want. As long as you're not obstructing their duties, no problem. And if you are obstructing their duties, you should be jailed, but shot in the face 3 times, and then pretend like this person was trying to kill the officer, the same officer who was able to switch hands with his phone, grab his gun. You weren't even trying to subdue the woman. You were going for the kill. And the video evidence doesn't support what you did. But then we have the president come out and call her a domestic terrorist. Will there ever be something that's just gone too far? With video out on everything that happens nowadays, more and more of these crimes, I would call it, are going to be caught on camera. And how long can the administration, how long can Caroline Leavitt, how long can Trump, Rubio, all of them, all the right-wing podcasters, how long can they continue to say these actions are justified? At what point will they start thinking, damn, what if that was one of my family members? What if it was a misunderstanding and you killed somebody that I care about? As more people take arms up against the federal government and more people are choosing sides, what do you think is the most likely outcome? And many people have been predicting this is exactly what the government wanted. If we were to break out into a civil war, for whatever reason, the minute martial law is called, whoever is causing all of this, they get to stay in power and only continue to do what they're doing in perpetuity. How do we respond to a situation as more tension is escalating between citizens of America and the police force, ICE, the federal government? What do we do? What can be done to fix this? We have places like X constantly putting out content like this, constantly putting out content that is putting 2 different sides against each other, having people fight and argue and bicker constantly. And no one wants to take blame for anything. No one wants to take accountability for anything. And those that do take accountability, or those that want to call out their own people, they also have so much grift involved that it's like you can't take anything that they say seriously. We need more people who can hold their people accountable, but also stop all the bad faith framing that they do all over the internet. I hate to see people like Anton Daniels, Jeffrey Meade, the Officer Tatum. I hate to see them act like they're trying to help the black community by holding us accountable, but have all this bad faith framing. Never hold the other side accountable. Always these one-sided arguments. When we have videos like this where it shows these black people aren't committing crimes, they're not thugs in the street. They're using foul language just like any other conservative or white American would. But for some reason, they'll be painted with this image that they are criminals and they're vilified. They should be in jail. Why? Why? If this country is no longer racist, why is it that something like this would be painted in a negative light? Are they not doing exactly what our Constitution was created for? Our Bill of Rights? Madison, Franklin, Washington, all of them were opposed to the federal government having too much power and doing the things that we're seeing ICE and our federal government do all over the world right now and in America. What do we need to do to stop all the bickering between the right and the left, black and white? And remember that, hey, we are all Americans in this country and we want to do what's right for our kids and our futures. We all want to be safe.